Hello everyone, welcome back to Kimchi Soda. I'm Soda.
And I'm Kim. I nearly said kimchi. I'm Kim.
Hello Kim. We will start by updating our coordinates.
So we actually got actual coordinates this time. Last time we didn't have them, but the long and short of it is we're at BBQ Station at Krasnoyarsk Krai.
Yeah, it's in Russia.
It's in Russian North Pole.
Yes,
Yeah.
and the coordinates are roughly
79.94390 latitude, longitude of 73.962.
Yeah, that coordinate is actually in the sea. So we find the nearest island. Funny enough, the BBQ station is also in the sea.
Yeah. So honestly, it worked out pretty well.
Yeah. Okay.
Surprisingly, a large number of trains service this
there
island.
are like every 10 minutes there's a bus or something.
Yeah, that's absurd.
It's a
that's
tiny
so cool, though.
it's a tiny island.
Yeah. Surrounded like almost exclusively like for hundreds of kilometers by water and ice.
And obviously there are foot massage and there are also all sorts of barbecue.
Apparently Katy Perry went one time as well.
That's awesome. So I encourage everyone to give it a visit. The Google review is surprisingly high. It is 4.5. Recommended by 12 people. Okay, next we're moving on to Chile's election and Chile's political history.
Okay. This is my topic. Okay, so recently, I think about a week ago, maybe less, Chile had its first round of presidential elections. So the last election was in 2021, I think. And it went to a second round between Gabriel Boric, who was the progressive candidate, and Jose Antonio Kast, who is the opposite of that.
Okay, that's very helpful. Thank you.
He's a bit of a right-wing sort of billionaire type. I don't know if he's a billionaire, but he's definitely in the interest of that sort of class, and he's very populist. And
What is populist?
Populism. I don't know the definition. I can only really describe it.
Okay.
Is writing policy in the interest or to appease the majority of the population. I believe that's what it is.
Oh, that sounds good.
We can fact check me in the next podcast if that's wrong. But usually that's what it means, and it can be used for good or bad.
Yeah, it sounds good, but neglects the minority.
Yes, that's usually what it does. And so last time, the progressive won. In these last 4 years, he's tried to do a lot of good. He tried to overturn the constitution of Chile and took it to a referendum. The current constitution of Chile has a lot of the there was a dictator 40 years ago or something, 30 years ago, and so a lot of the constitution is still very similar to what the constitution was during his
What will the
period.
constitution be like if it's under a dictatorship? Can you give an example?
Can I give an example?
Yeah. Since we're all not under dictatorship.
I don't know. I haven't read the constitution.
You gotta buy me 10 cans of soda
It would be very.
if I demand so.
Yeah. There'd be a lot of loopholes designed specifically for government to be able to commit anything it wants to. So it'll be written usually in favor of the wealthy, and there'll be a lot of laws that make it very difficult for lower class people to get anywhere. That's by design. I think there was less education, there was more funding for the military, things like that.
Huh.
Yeah.
Makes sense. How about the election right now?
Okay. So during the last 4 years, the progressive president has become quite unpopular because he was unable to pass that referendum, which was sort of that. I think that was a turning point in his term. Was that a lot of people
Referendum for what? Update of constitution?
Yeah. He also wrote into law mandatory voting this time around. So before that, there was no mandatory voting. So this time is the first election that they've had that, which will be interesting to see how that plays out, because they have to appease the centre, which is what the politicians in Australia have to do.
Yeah, it's a quite novel idea for me, who comes from Taiwan, to understand the idea of compulsory voting, because we don't have to. We will just be encouraged to vote, but we're not obliged.
Yeah. And I mean, mandatory voting, you have to pay, or compulsory voting, you have to pay a fine of, I don't know, I've never had.
$20?
It's quite cheap. And in Chile, it's also quite cheap. It's like 35. But then I checked the voter turnout, and it was like 95%. So no one wants to pay the $30. Everyone was just like, I'll just vote. But I guess that also has like downsides, because you've got a lot of people who aren't very engaged in politics voting, and they'll just believe whatever anyone puts out. So that's why you can get bad results even with compulsory voting. But it's, I think, more difficult.
It's more of a, but when you push those people to vote, there always a proportion of them who wants to actually understand what's happening. I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like if the education comes in, it's a good result.
Yeah. I feel as though you'll get more sort of knee-jerk reactions to extremist views, so you won't get extreme politicians getting in. I say that, but then Chile, the same right-wing candidate is now going up against a different, even further left candidate in this runoff. So it's between Jeanette Jara, who was the former Labour minister of this presidential government, the progressive one, and the same candidate, Jose Antonio Kast, and he's become even more extreme, is my understanding.
So it's the opposite of what you predicted.
Yeah.
Oh, how do you explain this?
I have no idea. I think it's just in Australia, I think we have preferential voting.
So it's the voting system.
I know we have preferential voting, but I think that's what influenced it. I think it's the actual voting system, whereas they still have sort of like a Latin American first round vote, where all the candidates go to the polls, and then the two highest are then taken to the second round, and then everyone votes on those two based on there. And usually it's far more likely for a more sort of extreme person to get to the next round. In that way.
Makes sense. Anything else?
Yes. It doesn't look good for the progressive candidate this time round. In the first round, there were 5 conservative candidates and only one progressive, and she only won by 25% in the first round. She got 25, and I think the next person got 24, so it was really close. And so if you do the math on the second round, it's going to be pretty high for the conservative candidate. So,
why do you think they prefer conservative candidate over progressive?
Well, I think they just had 4 years of a progressive government, and a lot of people weren't very happy with the progress that was made. And they it'll just be
let's try something new.
It'll be lots of big promises.
Yeah.
But they're not going to believe any of it. Let's try something new, and it's probably going to be, close to fascism. He's actually a dictator apologist. So Pinochet, he thinks he did a lot of good. Pinochet, who was that dictator that I mentioned before. So that's not great. He's also got lots of misogynistic and sexist views, which might work against him at this election. But he will probably still get elected. But I think it might be closer than people think. I hope, anyway.
Sorry, I was drinking mushroom tea. Yeah, so thank you for your update in Chile's election and history. Before we move on to commenting a show that is very popular, we will do a pitch review so Kim can have a break.
Oh, okay.
The peach review will review 2 types of peach, where they all look the same. What's the hairy one called?
A peach.
Oh, peach. How about the other one, the smooth one?
Nectarine.
Nectarine. Okay. Close your eyes, Kim.
I'm closing my eyes.
Why are you shaking? Relax. Oh my god. Your eyelids are shaking still. Eat it. Chew it. Don't breathe into the microphone. Oh my god.
Yep, that was good.
Yeah. Anything else other than that's just good?
It was very sour and a bit firm and definitely a nectarine. Yeah, I prefer peaches.
You can't say your preference before you try them both.
I can.
That's biased. Okay.
Okay, give me the goddamn peach.
Okay. Second one.
Oh, that was lovely. That was so good. That was incredible. That's a peach.
Okay, how would you rate them?
Nectarine was like a 6 out of 10. It was very sour. And then the peach was like a lovely 8. 8.2. Alright, it's your turn.
Extremely biased peach fan. Okay.
What are you thinking? Wow, that's a lot of chewing. Damn. Soda's really...
It's juicy. It's peach.
Okay. Well, we'll wait and see if you're right.
I frowned. This one is a bit sour and
I told you.
yeah, well, it's still good, but not sweet. Not very sweet. It's still sweet.
What would you rate them?
Peach is a 7.5, and wait, what? Oh, nectarine is a 6.5.
Okay, similar. Closer than mine.
Yeah, but I won't give it an 8 because I want it like Japanese peach. That's like
Surely that'd be above an 8 though.
a baby's butt. That deserves a 8.
It's like the emoji peach.
Okay, moving on to our comments on Attack on Titan. Soda has watched all of them before, including the movies, and yeah, so I already know the ending and everything. And I recently
Well, me too,
introduced you do.
No.
I recently introduced Kim to watch it as well, and now he has watched 9 episodes and he's enjoying it so far.
Yeah.
Heads up, he's not a anime fan before, so
I like Ghibli movies.
That's not anime.
That is
That's
anime.
just animation.
It's the
Animated
same.
movies.
Okay.
I won't say that they're the same. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, what do you think so far? Who's your favorite character and why? And what
I'm
do you
really
think will
enjoying
happen
it.
in the future?
My favorite character is actually the character people call Horseface guy.
John.
Yeah. And I like him because he just seems like a regular guy. He doesn't seem like he stands out that much, and I really like those sort of characters. And they usually, in other media, they're usually like the standouts for me too, because it's more interesting.
Because it's like you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're just
I'm just a
regular
dude.
guy. Yeah,
He's just a dude.
you resonate with normal guys. Just
Mm-hmm.
nothing special.
Hey, that's not what I'm saying.
Oh, really? Sorry.
He's got some good qualities. He's like a good leader, but he panics. You know, that's interesting. I find the animation really nice to look at, and it's very well paced, and all the characters are very distinct, which is a good sign.
Yeah. No one cares, but my favorite character is Sasha, the one who eats a lot and doesn't really care about the timing, the occasion. She just want to eat. She steals. She lives to eat.
And I got criticized for saying the character was like me, my favorite character, but that is also like Soda. So
What?
Sasha's like you as well.
Yeah. What? No.
Yes.
Also, another part is I've known that Mikasa is very popular among guys. So I observe him whenever Mikasa is on the screen, and
I do nothing. I'm
he
completely
always
fine.
gulp.
I don't gulp. It doesn't happen. I don't even... No, it doesn't happen. It's kind of hot in here. Anyway.
Yeah. I asked him why guys like Mikasa. He hesitated and answered that because she's strong, she's protective, and she is what? What else did you say?
I can't remember. I don't really remember much about Mikasa, if I'm being completely honest.
Why are you smiling? Yeah, and it makes sense since he resonates with a just regular guy. He wants to be protected.
Yeah.
Why are you agreeing with me right now?
No, I'm not. I'm just sort of... There's no thoughts in my head right now. It's because you reminded me of Mikasa. Anyway.
What do you think will happen in the future?
What do I think will happen in the future? Well, even based on what I thought would happen from like episode 1, episode 9, I had no idea it was going to go in that direction. So I honestly have no idea. It could go in any way, and I think I'd be surprised. But what do I think will happen?
Spoiler alert! What happened recently in episode 9 is Eren turned into a Titan.
Yeah.
That's what happened.
I guess that's kind of a spoiler, but no one cares. Yeah. Well, exactly. I have no idea what will happen. Anything can happen. They could leap out of the screen and start throttling me. I like that.
Okay. I'm gonna have a conversation with him later. Anything you wanna share about Attack on Titan? Like, what's the message of the anime, if you think there's any?
Oh, I think it's about, I think it's about class consciousness. I mean, it's pretty obvious about, the three rings, the one on the outside being the lower class, and then you got middle class and government, and then upper class. I think that's fairly clear. I don't know where it's going to go with that message, but even just based on that, I think that's, very cut and dry, yeah.
Okay. I didn't that was me burping.
Peach burp.
Again. I don't think I associated with the class before when I just first watched it. I wrote a lot of Facebook posts when I was watching it, and I really love it. Let me find it.
Soda's pulling up her Facebook posts, and this is probably going to take a while, so in the meantime, what do we even talk about? It's a lot gorier than I thought it was going to be. I didn't expect it to be as bloody and to kill as many, sort of side characters and things.
That's actually why a lot of people stop watching after the first episode. They think it's too bloody and violent.
Oh, no, it's fine.
Yeah.
Speaking of bloody and violent, I didn't know anything. I thought you were going to actually pull up the thing.
Yeah, this one is... not this early. I didn't write it at this stage.
That's okay.
But what I'm talking about is when you are the strongest, like Mikasa, she's the strongest, she's the best. Do you still trust other peers, or you just rely on yourself? When you are the best in the industry, do you still rely on other people?
That's good. That's interesting.
What do you think?
I think you should.
Why? Although you know everything already, it's just they have a different approach. I think as a engineer, you have probably encountered this before.
Yeah. Well, I think many hands make light work. So if you burden yourself with everything and all the responsibility, you're going to do not a particularly good job. But even if you're the best, I think there's limits to that. But I think if you let other people in and let them help you, even if you don't think they're as good as you, then the tasks usually become easier. And I think in this example, Mikasa literally is the best. It's not even like about ego. So it is difficult, but that doesn't happen in reality, usually.
Why doesn't it happen in reality?
Because this is an anime. I just don't think it does. I think usually it's ego that drives that sort of sentiment.
Okay. And also, like later on, I also pick up another theme, is war and peace. But I think it's too early to discuss this. Do you feel like it's discussing peace and conflicts?
Yeah. But I don't know what it's trying to say.
Yeah. Do you feel like it's pro or anti?
Well, if it's good art, it's anti-war.
No. Damn it. Okay.
If it was pro-war, it'd be good propaganda.
All right. Then we'll discuss it once Kim has watched more episodes.
Yeah.
Other than that, thank you for your listening.
Yep. Thanks for listening. Enjoy BBQ Station.
Enjoy Bobby. Peace.